Welcome to this video. We'll be talking about F2P build guide. Note: 3-star weapons are only recommended on levels below 70. After level 70 it is recommended to go with a 4-star weapon no matter the refinement. All of these recommendations are made with the fact that you will only roll standard/beginner's banner and only focus on budget weapons, even if there are chances that you can get 5-star weapons as a standard banner. F2P Character List. Xiangling Main DPS. General DPS Notes. A tier DPS can keep up with top-tier physical DPS like Razor with Crescent Pike. Xiangling is currently the best pyro applier. Even as main DPS you can use reactions from time to time like Overload to break Geo Shields, Vaporize, and Melt for some bonus damage. Xiangling can also buffer her charged attack during her 5-hit Swift Strike combo, then dashing or jumping to recover, making Bloodstained plus Gladiator have more general damage output than Gladiator 4-piece, especially when Crescent Pike is involved. Crescent Pike is the best DPS F2P spear, even outranking 5-star ones like Jade Spear and Vortex Vanquisher in total DPS when used correctly, since it applies 20% of your ATK as damage on every auto, basically like C1 Fiscal. On spear users that have fast attacks this is an op passive. Members on team: Amber, Pyro Resonance, Kaya, Melt/Superconduct with Electro, Noblesse 4-piece holder, Fiscal, Superconduct/Overload, Lisa, Superconduct/Overload, can also reduce def by 15% on Ascension 4, can hold Tales of Dragon Slayer, Geo Traveler, crit 10%, Barbara, Healer/Vaporize Initiator for Pyro, can hold Tods, Noel, Healer/Shielder. Note: Overload is not recommended for melee units unless used to remove Geo Shields/barriers. Team comp suggestions: Barbara, Kaya, Fiscal/Lisa, Superconduct/Freeze comp. General strategy: apply Electro, Kaya E to Superconduct/Q if it's up, Barbara normal attack if there is Cryo Particle to freeze, drop Gaba to apply 1 melt and trigger Crescent Pike passive before you start to go ham. Amber, Geo MC, Barbara, raw DPS Pyro Resonance and crit. General strategy: straightforward gameplay, drop down Geo MC E and Q whenever Crescent Pike is on its downtime or you're in your cooldowns. Use Barbara as a heal and Amber's Q can initiate. Noel, Geo MC, Amber, raw DPS Geo plus Pyro Resonance. Requires Noel to build full def. General strategy: Geo Resonance gives your character 15% normal attack damage by 15%, not 15% ATK but a direct 15% to your normal and charged attack talents. Noel is a shielder and healer at the same time, while Geo MC is there just to ult and drop E whenever available. Amber Q and E can be used as extra DPS. Artifacts: Gladiator plus Bloodstained, recommended over 4 Gladiator when using Crescent Pike, 4-piece Gladiator. Stats: Circlet crit rate, at least 50%, crit damage, over 50% rate, ATK percent. Timepiece ATK percent. Goblet physical DMG bonus, ATK percent. Weapon: Crescent Pike, Blacksmith, Bis, can outdamage even Jade Spear on a physics build. Halberd, 3-star, White Tassel, 3-star, Black Cliff Spear, only recommended if you have good crit rate /Star Glitter Shop, Royal Spear, Star Glitter. Xiangling sub DPS build. Artifacts: Gladiator plus Crimson Witch or Crimson Witch plus Noblesse, Crimson 4-piece not recommended. Stats: Circlet crit rate, ATK percent. Timepiece energy recharge. Goblet Pyro DMG bonus, ATK percent. Weapon: Prototype Star Glitter, Favonius Lance, White Tassel, crit, Dragonbane, use with Barbara for full potential because 20% damage on Hydro/Pyro affected units and M for Vaporize. Kaya main DPS. General DPS notes: high normal attack and charged attack scalings, one of the best F2P DPS options. Kaya's normal attack combo only cap at 562.4%, implying the normal attacks are talent level 1. Kaya's charge attacks, however, Kaya's normal attack plus charge attack spam do 399.3%. Within 12 seconds his normal attack combo will only do 562.4%, x4 equals 2256.8% damage, while his normal plus CA spam will do 399.3%, x7 equals 2795% motion value, making it the most optimal form of DPS. However, this is only implying you aren't running Gladiator 4-piece. If you're running Gladiator 4-piece, only do normal attack combos or normal attack up to 4 times then charge attack instead of his long blink animation on the 5th attack. Members on Team: Amber, Meld Headshot Sub DPS, Lisa, Superconduct / Def Down / Todd's Holder, Geo Traveler, Crit 10%, For Noblesse Holder, Noelle, Healer / Shielder, Barbara, Healer / Freeze / Todd's Holder, Xiangling, Meld Sub DPS, Noblesse 4 Holder, Fiscal, Superconduct. Team Comp Suggestions: Barbara, Amber, Fiscal / Lisa, Superconduct / Freeze Comp. General Strategy: apply Electro, Kaya E to Superconduct / Q if it's up, Barbara normal attack if there is Cryo Particle to freeze. Spam charge attack with Kaya if not using Gladiator 4-piece. Amber can land a headshot on cryo-affected / frozen enemies for melt damage during cooldowns or when you're kiting for healing. Amber, Xiangling, Barbara, raw DPS Pyro Resonance. General Strategy: Amber and Xiangling can apply melts, Barbara is freeze / healer / Todd's trigger. Noelle, GeoMC, Amber, raw DPS Geo Resonance. Requires Noelle to build full def. General Strategy: Geo Resonance gives your character 15% normal attack damage by 15%. Noelle is a shielder and healer at the same time, while GeoMC is there just to ult and drop E whenever available. Amber Q and E can be used as extra DPS and can trigger charged shot melts that will also be amped by Geo Resonance if shielded. Artifacts: Gladiator 4, Bloodstained plus Blizzard Strayer or Gladiator plus Bloodstained. Blizzard Strayer 4 set works best with Kongayun, who will soon be F2P but can still be used with Black Cliff and crit damage stacking on a freeze comp. Stats: Circlet crit rate, at least 50%, crit damage, over 50% rate, ATK %. Timepiece ATK %. Goblet physical DMG bonus. Weapon: Prototype Rancor, Free / Blacksmith, Black Cliff, Star Glitter Shop, Harbinger of Dawn, 3-star, Cool Steel, 3-star, The Flute, Royal Sword, Star Glitter Shop. Kaya Burst Support Build. Artifacts: Blizzard Strayer plus Gladiator / Noblesse, for Noblesse, Exile / Scholar. Stats: Circlet ATK %, crit rate, Favonius Sword Trigger. Timepiece Energy Recharge, aim for 200 to 250%. Goblet Cryo Damage Bonus. ATK %. Weapon: Skirator Sword, Favonius Sword, Festering Desire, Sacrificial Sword. GeoMC main DPS. General DPS notes: you can detonate your constructs by casting E with 2 other constructs active in the field or just casting one on top of another construct. This will do double damage on your E, which has a pretty high ATK % scaling on a low cooldown. Charged attack spamming isn't recommended because Traveler's charged attack animation is pretty bad and the end of a normal attack combo releases Geo. Members on Team: Amber, Sub DPS / Taunt / Pyro Resonance, Lisa, Def Down / Todd's Holder, Kaya, Superconduct / For Noblesse Holder, Noelle, Healer / Shielder / Geo Resonance, Barbara, Healer / Todd's Holder, Xiangling, Sub DPS, Noblesse 4 Holder, Fiscal, Sub DPS. Team Comp Suggestions: Noelle, Xiangling, Amber, Pyro plus Geo Resonance raw DPS. Strategy: Noelle works as healer and shielder to trigger Geo Resonance, Xiangling and Amber are simply there as sub DPS and Pyro Resonance. Lisa, Kaya, Noelle, Geo Resonance Superconduct. Strategy: apply Superconduct and you can ult with Lisa at Ascension 4 for a def down before putting down your high damage E plus ultimate. Noelle again works as both healer and shielder. Xiangling, Barbara, Amber, Pyro Resonance, General Open World Barrier Buster. Strategy: replacing Noelle as healer, GeoMC takes even more field time and just gets ATK % stacked with Todd's on Barbara, 48% ATK, and Pyro Resonance, 25% ATK. Having a Hydro in your team also means you can remove Pyro barriers. Artifacts: Bloodstained plus Petra, Hybrid Damage, Best of Both Worlds, Gladiator 4 PC. Gladiator plus Bloodstained / Petra. Stats: Circlet, crit rate, 50%, ATK %, crit damage, if crit rate 50%. Timepiece, ATK %, Energy recharge, if running ATK % substat weapon and ATK buff based comps. Goblet, physical DMG / Geo DMG bonus, all down to preference, ATK %. Weapon, festering desire, Geo DPS, Rancor, physical DPS, Black Cliff, hybrid bis, recommended only if 50% rate, flute, hybrid, fillet blade, hybrid, sacrificial, Geo DPS. Geo MC sub DPS / burst support build, C4 gives crit with ULT. Artifacts, Noblesse plus Petra, Noblesse 4 PC, Scholar / Exile, full recharge. Stats. Circlet, crit rate, 50%, ATK %, crit damage, if crit rate 50%. Timepiece, energy recharge. Goblet, Geo DMG bonus, ATK %. Weapon, festering desire, sacrificial, Favonius, Skirator. Unmo MC main DPS. General DPS notes. You can take advantage of fall damage by holding E on enemies facing walls, making them take 10k plus damage depending on your level, the enemy's level, and the enemy HP. Knocking over enemies with a full charged E can also draw aggro, making things like monolith challenges in Abyss easier. Members on team. Barbara, healer / Todd's holder / hydro application, Xiangling, pyro application, Q-Aba can be carried by Q making a consistent pyro nado, Amber, pyro application / pyro resonance, Kaya, cryo application / superconduct / noblesse, Lisa, def down / electro application / Todd's holder / superconduct, Fiscal, electro application / superconduct, Noel, shielder / claymore user for geo constructs / shields. Team comp suggestions. Xiangling, Barbara, Amber, pyro nado, pyro resonance. Strategy, if you apply hydro on an enemy with Barbara, you can drop Gaba then swap back an E to make a hydro-infused tornado while Gaba applies vaporize. Or you can just infuse tornadoes with pyro. Kaya, Barbara, Lisa, freeze comp / superconduct. Strategy, if you apply hydro with Barbara and spread it with E, you can then AoE freeze with Kaya and use superconduct with Lisa if you want to before going all in with normal attacks. Xiangling, Kaya, Barbara, freeze and melt comp. Strategy, same as the previous one, but instead of the superconduct option you can drop Gaba or Xiangling Q after a mass freeze to melt. This of course requires an invested Xiangling pyro sub DPS to work at its full potential. Artifacts, Viridescent plus Bloodstained, Gladiator 4-piece, Viridescent 4, for elemental teams, swirling on off-screen subs like Pyro Xiangling. Stats. Circlet, crit rate, ATK %, crit damage, 50% rate, M. Timepiece, ATK %, M, elemental swirl. Goblet and Mo DMG bonus, ATK %, M, swirl, physical DMG bonus. Weapon, festering desire, Unmo DPS, sword of dissension, PS4 exclusive F2P, Iron Sting, swirl build, Rancor, PHY DPS, flute, hybrid, Black Cliff, Lion's Roar, pyro swirl, royal sword. Unmo MC sub DPS. Artifacts, Viridescent 4-piece, swirl, exile / scholar. Stats. Circlet, M, ATK %, crit rate, Favonius sword trigger. Timepiece, recharge, M, ATK %. Goblet, Unmo DMG bonus, M, ATK %. Weapon, Favonius sword, festering desire, Skirator, Iron Sting, swirl M, Lion's Roar, for pyro / electro main DPS. Amber aimed shot DPS, main and sub DPS. General DPS notes. Headshots are 100% crit, so Amber can just pile up on crit damage. Having a pyro aimed shot also means that you can abuse melt and vaporize, dealing more DPS than just normal attacking. It requires 314 M to make vaporize and melt do an extra 50% damage. Members on team, Unmo MC, Viridescent, Kaya, cryo application, Noel, healer / shielder / geo resonance, Barbara, healer / Todd's holder / hydro application, Xiangling, sub DPS, Noblesse 4 holder. Team suggestions. Barbara, Todd's, Kaya, Unmo MC, big damage aimed shot melt. Strategy, Apply Pyro with a charged shot once, use Nmo MC with Viridescent to swirl and remove the initial Pyro, apply Barbara Hydro and switch to Amber to give the Todd's buff to her before applying Kaya's E and finally fire a charged shot to a Vital to see big damage with a budget. Barbara, Kaya, Xiangling, Freeze/Melt. Strategy: Barbara can hold Todd's and apply Hydro to set up Kaya's Freeze and Amber's Melt shot. Xiangling is there for off-screen damage and Pyro Resonance when needed since you won't always get to do an aimed shot. Kaya, Lisa, Barbara, Superconduct Freeze. Strategy: Kaya and Lisa applies Superconduct, Barbara as healer and Todd's while you spam physical normal attacks with Amber. Amber's normal attacks are low DPS compared to her melt charged shots because of how her talent works that works around vital shots. Artifacts: Wanderer Troop 4-piece, Crimson plus Gladiator/Wanderer, Crimson Witch 4-piece. Stats: Circlet, crit damage, headshots are 100% crit so you can ignore rate, ATK%. Timepiece, M, recommended for melt, ATK%. Goblet, pyro damage bonus, ATK%. Weapons, Sharpshooter's Oath, 3*, Prototype Crescent, Black Cliff Bow, Stringless, M melt. Amber physical main DPS. Artifacts, Bloodstained plus Gladiator. Stats: Circlet, crit rate, ATK%, crit damage, above 50%. Timepiece, ATK%. Goblet, physical DMG bonus, ATK%. Weapons, Compound Bow, Rust, Slingshot. Amber burst support, Q. Artifacts, Noblesse 4, Noblesse plus Crimson/Gladiator, Exile/Scholar. Stats: Circlet, ATK%, crit rate, Favonius trigger. Timepiece, energy recharge, ATK%. Goblet, pyro damage bonus, ATK%. Weapons, Favonius, Stringless, Sacrificial, recharge. Lisa main DPS, no. Reason: Lisa main DPS only shines on an electro-charged comp with a Xinkyu who isn't F2P until 1.3 or a Mona to apply off-screen Hydro. She might work with Xiangling on some situations but usually you will end up blasting them out of Gaoba's range so you only get 1 to 2 overload procs on small enemies. Even if you build around her E, which is very easy to interrupt and has a long cast time, you just end up losing on potential DPS even with the full charge being successful. Superconduct is a physical residential down and would not help Lisa's DPS output at all unless she's using Frostbearer/Eye of Perception to make its passive do some more damage, which isn't much. I say Electro Charge as main DPS because Lisa gains M as a growth stat and not Electro Damage bonus, making her a reaction DPS. Barbara can be used in melee range as a Hydro alternative but isn't ideal since you have to constantly make contact with the enemy before applying Electro Charge. TL, DR. Lisa DPS is only good as main DPS with Hydro off-screen for Electro Charge spam because other reactions barely help her. Charging her ULT for 4 seconds to be interrupted or do a meager amount of damage for a 5-second cast just isn't worth it. Lisa burst support. General DPS notes: Lisa has a 15% def down on her Q at Ascension 4 and is a Catalyst user, so you can use Tales of Dragon Slayer for a cheap team DPS increase with the only requirement being a 3-star book Refine 5 and Lisa at Ascension 4. Lisa gains M as a growth stat, so even in situations where she is main DPS she needs to be built around elemental reactions, which at the moment are pretty bad for Electro unless you're running Electro Charged. Artifacts, Noblesse plus Thundering Fury, Exile/Scholar, Noblesse 4. Stats: Circlet, ATK%, crit rate, Favonius trigger. Timepiece, recharge. Goblet, electro damage bonus, ATK%, M. Weapons, Favonius, Tales of Dragon Slayer, cheap DPS support, Prototype Amber, healing/recharge. Noelle main DPS. General DPS notes: for Noelle main DPS to work you need a lot of energy recharge in a battery comp built around giving Noelle energy for her 60 energy cost ULT. This is because with zero access to her ultimate, Noelle is just a normal physical claymore with mid-tier scalings and no real damage sources. Other than that, Noelle's only spell is a barrier with a long cooldown, making her unable to generate energy for herself. Important: this comp isn't really recommended for Noelle unless C6, which is far from F2P. It's still doable without C6, but the DPS output is really lackluster for the amount of investment put on it. Members on team, Geo MC, Constellation for Geo Energy / Favonius Sword Holder / Geo Resonance, Xiangling, Sub DPS / ATK Buff / Noblesse, Lisa, Def Down / Prototype Amber Holder / Superconduct, Barbara, Healer / Todd's Holder, Amber, Sub DPS / Exile 4-piece, Kaya, Superconduct / Exile 4-piece. Team suggestions. Geo MC, Xiangling, Amber, Geo plus Pyro Resonance. Strategy, Geo MC's Constellation 4 generates up to 25 energy. Since there are 2 Geos on the team, Geo members gain additional energy. Geo MC can also work as a battery with a Favonius Sword in Exile 4-piece. Xiangling and Amber are there as sub DPS and Pyro Resonance, with Amber's aimed shot being buffed by Geo Resonance when inside a barrier. Amber also has the option of just running Favonius Bow to spam her low energy cost ULT and produce energy particles for the team, and most importantly, Noelle. Pyro Resonance buffs up Noelle's ULT conversion of Def to ATK. Geo MC, Kaya, Lisa, Superconduct Geo Resonance. Strategy. This strategy pretty much makes Noelle more of a self-sustaining physical DMG dealer while still charging her ULT for 15 seconds of glory. Lisa's Ascension 4 Def Down can be used for both physics and Geo. Additionally, she can also hold a prototype Amber for pseudo healing and team energy recharge, or a Todd's for ATK %. Geo MC does the same thing, and Kaya can hold a Favonius Sword / Exile 4-piece while being a Superconduct trigger. Artifacts, Gladiator 4-piece, Retracing Bolide 4-piece, Gladiator plus Petra, Bloodstained plus Petra. Stats. Circlet crit rate, 50%, crit damage, rate over 50%. Timepiece energy recharge, def %, ATK %. Goblet, Geo damage bonus, ULT easily accessible, physical DMG bonus, no energy, def %, ATK %. Weapons, Favonius Sword, recharge for Geo build, White Blind, need battery comp, Proto-Archaic, physical build, Black Cliff, hybrid, works for both builds. Barbara main DPS. General DPS notes. For fun build, not really recommended, but since she has access to Vaporize as a Hydro and Xiangling, who's the best Pyro off-screen in the game at the moment, is F2P, the build still works somehow. She can also work on other comps like a Fiscal / Lisa Electro-Charged Trigger. Members on team, Unmo MC, Viridescent, Xiangling, Pyro Application, Lisa, Electro-Charged / Todd / Def Down, Amber, Pyro Application, Fiscal, Electro-Charged. Team suggestions. Xiangling, Amber, Unmo MC, Vaporize comp. Strategy, after applying Hydro, Unmo MC can swirl for Viridescent, reducing their Hydro residential down by 60%. Apply Pyro with Xiangling / Amber and apply a Vaporize charged attack with Barbara to do surprisingly big damage. Xiangling can also ULT, and you can constantly Vaporize with normal attacks. Fiscal, Lisa, Unmo MC, Electro-Charged comp. Strategy, after applying Electro, Unmo MC can swirl for Viridescent to reduce their Electro residential by 60%. Put down Fiscal's E or Lisa ULT, then normal attack on affected enemies with normal attacks. This build requires more M on Barbara instead of ATK. Artifacts, Heart of Depth 4-piece, General DPS build, Wanderer's Troop 4-piece, Melt, Thunder Soother / Thundering Fury 4-piece, Electro-Charged, Depth plus Wanderer / Gladiator. Stats. Circlet, crit rate, crit damage, rate 50%, ATK %, M. Timepiece, M, Vaporize and Electro-Charged. Goblet, Hydro damage bonus, M. Weapons, Black Cliff, Mappa Mare, Frostbearer, Woodsith, Emerald Orb, 3-star, Magic Guide, 3-star. Barbara Healer. Artifacts, Maiden 4-piece, literally anything with HP main stat. Stats. Circlet, healing bonus, HP %. Timepiece, HP %. Goblet, HP %. Weapons, Tales of Dragon Slayer, 3-star, Prototype Amber. If you liked what you heard in this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to this channel, it really helps, and if you all want to know more builds and guides, we have a Discord channel. I'll link it down in the description below. Thank you for watching.
Sure.